What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are continuing on now with Season 3 of Ascendance of a Bookworm. Interestingly, as this series has always been, even though it's Season 3, Episode 1, I will be calling it Episode 27 because that's what the show intends to do it as. They're kind of treating each season as just like straight continuation. So this is listed as Episode 27, not just on Crunchyroll, but also in the show itself. It will put Episode 27, not Season 3, Episode 1. You know, so that's the way I'm going to be naming it from now on, and it continues on from how I did it for Season 2 as well. But yeah, I'm so glad to be back into this world. This is one of my favourite shows of the past couple of years, mainly for its world-building aspects. I love the world that they're going with. I love the exploration of each of the different class systems that we're going through, because we started off entering the world in the working class, the poorer regions, learning the day-to-day lives, and then we moved into the merchant's world with our pursuit of finding books in this world, realizing that they're only enlisted to the upper class for the most part, and so either trying to get there or just make our own, which is the route we ended up going, led to us earning some capital and earning some inventions from our previous world, because this is an Isekai, of course, getting those new inventions to bankroll what ultimately would become our printing press that we now have, amazingly. But that led us going from the merchants into the church and learning about the church side of things and religion and how treatment is there. Not great for the kids, let's be honest, until mine has stepped in and is now supervising that aspect of it. I forget, she got a title, I believe, that made her kind of in charge of the kids at the church. There's obviously a big divide between grey robe and blue robe, I believe was the distinction. Blue robes were normally entitled for nobles themselves, whereas grey robes were for commoners, I believe, was the distinction. I think. It might have been a bit more complex than that. It's been a while since I've probably watched this show. But mine was given a blue robe because of her exceptional mana capabilities, which ultimately is starting to eat her up and potentially kill her, if it's not for her providing mana to the church, I believe, is part of her aspect of being there. That's keeping her safe. There was also a ring, I believe, that was given to her by someone, but I think that ring's smashed now, right? I'm fairly certain that ring's gone, because it was like containing mana, because there's another girl who has a similar affliction. Was it called the Devouring, I believe, was the name of the affliction, if I remember correctly? Maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but the Devouring sounds cool, so we'll go with it. It sounds like something it would be. And then, yeah, we've gone through the church, and we've got our printing press, like I said. We've made some new friends. Some weren't friends at the beginning, but now are. We've got an understanding. We've got our printing press with the kids, and we're able to create books. Although the Trombe incident, where we needed her as a priest, essentially, or a priestess. I was going to say a princess, but I don't think they called her a princess at that point. That wouldn't make sense. But utilizing her ability to cleanse the land from the Trombe after it had been defeated by the Knights. A little bit of betrayal from the Knights, which ultimately did get sorted out, I believe. And now, at the end of last season, it seemed as though the nobles were taking interest. We got a brief glimpse of some of the noble, households last season. Very uniform, very fancy places. Not overtly, massive mansions or anything. Just, fairly... it kind of reminds me, of high-end suburban, I guess, would be the best way to describe it, in modern terms, maybe. Perfectly manicured lawns and hedges, and they're all the same, but they're all very neat and tidy and structured and that sort of thing. There's nothing overly ostentatious about it, at least not in that brief glimpse, unless we're going to go even higher beyond that. But I think, based on our current trajectory, I think we're going to start exploring the noble culture a bit more with this season. Also, what's his name? Is it Ferdinand? I think his name is Ferdinand. Let me just double check. I'm going to be very, very bad when it comes to names this season. I apologize. I'm terrible with names with new shows. I'm going to be even worse with a show that I haven't watched in a while. But yes, Ferdinand knows of my secret now, knows of the otherworld aspect of this, and I think, well, I don't know what their relationship's meant to be. Like, I could see it as a guardian, like, father figure, even though she has her father in this world and mother. I could see him being very much a guardian protector of her, because I think it seems very obvious that he would end up being like that. But beyond that, I don't know where else they're going to go with that. But yeah, also this season's slightly shorter than previous seasons. This is only 10 episodes. So we will be finishing this one relatively early season-wise. But I think the decision to go with 10 is fine, because from what I understand, this is an adaptation of part 2 of Ascendance of a Bookworm, because each Ascendance of a Bookworm is split into like different parts when it comes to its light novel stories, right? So I believe this is finishing part 2 of the light novel, or yeah, I believe that's the case. So maybe 10 episodes is just right to get everything done that they need to do and not like unnecessarily stretch it out. I hope they're not unnecessarily rushing content. I hope they're just like, we only need 10 episodes, that will be enough, we don't want to put too much filler in. I hope that's their intention. And beyond that, I'm assuming we'll probably get a Season 4 announcement either at the end of this season or a couple of months down the line, because I can't imagine them going this far in, adapting Part 1 and Part 2 fully, and then not continuing on past that, because there's like, what? There's at least 5 parts to this series, right? I don't want to look anything up, because I think from last time we were talking about this, looking up the parts kind of gives away a little bit of where they're going next. So I don't want to look into any of that, because I'm enjoying the series so much. I want to go in as blind as possible with the rest of it. I'm not reading ahead on light novels or manga or anything like that. I don't have time to, put simply, even if I wanted to. But I believe there's over 5 parts now. I think Part 5 was being worked on when I was watching Season 2, maybe? I want to say that's what was happening, but maybe I'm misremembering. But I think there's like 5 parts to this now. So yeah, I'm super excited to be back into this series. Another thing that I do appreciate about this series is they did this in the gap between Season 1 and Season 2. And they did it here for Season 3 as well, is they do a little recap episode. Just one recap episode to sum up a season. They did, in between this, they did a recap of Season 1 and a recap of Season 2. It was nice to have that. I did give them a quick watch before going into this, so my mind was a little bit fresher, and hopefully that kind of shows with me talking about the show now. But like I said, character names will be terrible. I might forget certain story beats, but they'll click eventually. And if I'm confused about something, I'm sure you guys in the comments will be able to help me out as well. You guys are always pretty good with that. So, I think that's long enough an intro. I don't really need to say anything more. I've got everything I need to say. My mind's, I think, in the right place for this show. So, as per usual, here on YouTube, what we do are timer-based format reactions. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, therefore the screen and me at the same time, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from my current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows, which will be returning in the coming weeks, and older shows that I've done for the past year or so. Usually have Patreon links. You can search on Patreon for the tags of the shows. I've tagged them all, so you can see. You can click a tag and you'll see all the episodes of that show that I've done, for example. I do want to have a better way of filtering that, but I don't have time right now. I have a great idea I want to implement, but I just don't have time to do it. So one day, maybe, in between seasonal gaps, maybe I can put something like that together. Who knows? Yeah. What else? Yeah. Since these are timer based, bottom left of the screen, you're going to see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. You hit the play button. I hit the play button. We'll start at the same time. No logos or anything to start with. We are going straight into the episode. I believe the OP starts, so it'll be minute 30 OP, and then we'll be into the episode. I don't think we've got anything before the OP, at least. But you can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when scenes are transitioning. That'll help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the first episode, or the 27th episode, I guess, of Ascendance with Bookworm, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. OP time. See, yeah, there's the noble structures. They do look a bit bigger than I remember. I thought they were a little smaller. Yeah, the family and, Lutz, was that his name? And there's Ferdinand. So many characters. I do not remember their names, I'll be honest. Or the redhead one. One that's going to be a concubine for someone. Nice. Good OP. Episode 27, the beginning of winter. Winter's usually rough in this world, so I think she'll be fine this year, but Yep, there's the shield to yep. Dedication ceremony, okay. Yeah. Making our books. 80 books. That's pretty good. That's true, you need to be warm. Yeah. No boy. It happens. Is this the... Oh yeah, Frida, this is the other one that has the devouring, right? All right, yeah, the baking of the cakes. It's a good question. Hmm. uh, hmm. Okay. Okay, we got permission to sell. Oh, what's happening? Hello. I remember you from something. Do you want to loot his, like... No. I've always wanted to loot his brothers. I don't think that's the case. Oh? For what? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Alright, part of his blacksmithing. Hmm. Hmm. Why is that? Perfectionist? Yeah. Thinks about all the little things. Yeah. You're his last hope, basically. Yeah, potentially, yeah. That won't be... That wouldn't be too hard to get, really, would it? Also, I don't know if she can financially back you just yet. Yeah, she's doing well for herself, but... Uh-huh. And what do we want him to make for it? Oh boy. What is it? What is it? Things. Multiple. Ah, okay. Oh boy. I guess you... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's suppress. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love these little chippy moments with her. Have to be very particular. 50 and 20. Oof. So what does that work out as? Hang on. So that's 250 vowels and 420 consonants, right? It's a lot of work. Although it's within a year, right? So yep, you're getting dragged into this too now. Not father. Just laughing in the background. Yeah. uh, Jesus Christ. I've missed this. I've missed this. Ooh. Mm. Oh yeah, I forgot that Mom's pregnant, isn't she? Ooh, gift. Yay. You blame him? Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I would not be surprised by that either. Alright. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. 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 Well, I think we've got some nefarious intentions rising. Yeah. Hmm. Abandon the ink. Okay. Doesn't that kind of screw up bookmaking though? Nope, here we go. Hmm. Ooh, bad rumors. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, that happened. Mm. Okay, contract signed. Mm. Yeah. Well, now they know she's upstairs. Mm. Yeah. Sign the contract. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. They went after him. Yeah. How do you know that? Ah, okay, Mark got him. Hmm. Yeah. What happened between those two then? Hmm. In my bad keeper there, yeah. Hmm. It would be safer. Hmm, yeah. Hmm. Right, yeah. 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 It's mine. Of course she is. Yes. Very true. Hmm. Okay, confining her to a room. Start investigating. Hmm. Yeah, we need to keep her stable. Yeah. Oh, you've absolutely taken interest and are going to be reporting that to the High Priest, aren't you? I noticed that. Aww. Oh, who's this? Who's buying off the Ink Guild? Ooh, who's buying them off? Seems like a noble of some sort, judging by the amount of jewelry. Oh, so they're doing like an art gallery ED. That's kind of cool. Looks like we have not art credits, but they're doing the their little chibi like discussion things that they had from previous seasons. I'm assuming these are these real works that are being depicted in this? Because it looks like it. I don't know if they're necessarily real works, but they definitely seem to be like something of it. I'm assuming like the 19C, for example, in that one means 19th century. It's a lot of 18th. Yeah, 1937 here. I guess it's like the advancement of like printing presses and technology like that relating to bookmaking. Oh yeah, year 2000, personal computers. Yeah. The advancement of technology. Don't know why the parents only got one arm there, but okay. Story about winter stays in the future. Alright. Yeah. Hey, we get the end illustrations as well now. That's good. That was good. Nice to be back in. Nice gentle easing back in as well. Nothing too drastic yet, but nice easing back in. So the Ink Guild's going to be our problem, huh? And someone paying off the Ink Guild for this. I do not believe pink, purple, well, more purple hair. I do not recognize those robes. I'm assuming nobility, of course, because... Of course. I don't think that's a church figure. I don't remember a purple... I don't remember a purple-haired character from last season, I'll be honest. I do not remember a purple hair one. Let me just go back from last season and see who we had with purple hair. Did we have anyone with purple hair last season? I don't think so. Again, I don't recognize those robes, because this isn't the High Priest. High Priest is grey hair. It wasn't the same, the one that was walking in the background, of when, the head priest was talking. That was a green-haired one. They've probably just gone to tell the High Priest. I don't think this is connected to the High Priest, then. But I think this is a completely new character. I think. Like I said, I don't remember a character like that. So let me look at those robes again real quick. It's kind of hard to see. Like, I have to do this thing where I have to look above my screen, because, like, where I'm sat now, even though I'm standing straight at the screen, the top part of the screen is a lot darker than I feel like it should be. But, like, those are red and gold robes. A very obvious ring in the middle finger. Just the one ring. Looks like an older male's hand, maybe? Is there anything else to go off of that? Purple hair with like a little, like... Do you call that a rat tail ponytail? I don't even know. But no, yeah, so it's red and gold on, like, the sleeve, but the actual, like, overall is gold and... There's, like, a greenish colour, I think. We don't hear a single word come out of their mouth. They just slide across the money, and that's all we get from them. Well, I guess we're going to start building up on that, but I've got no ideas. I'm assuming it's another noble. I mean, for what purpose, I don't know. Why they're interested in this, I've got to assume it's because of the fact that it's got to be with the ink. Another way to make ink. Maybe they want to take that knowledge for themselves and make sure that no one else ever knows of another way to make ink. Maybe she's prying into a secret about ink production. I don't think there is a secret about ink production, but, you know. Maybe they are just trying to stop anyone else, particularly maybe they still view mine as a commoner, because she kind of is. Maybe they're just trying to stop any other, like, secret about that coming out and stop, well, potentially their profit, maybe. Maybe this is someone that, like, is heavily invested in the creation of books and such for profit, and so mine threatens that, therefore she must be dealt with, type deal. I'm not sure if that's it, or if there's something a little more going on there. Like, that's why the Ink Guild will want to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, because they oversee all things ink, right? So it makes sense for them to want to be involved of their own volition, but to have someone else sponsoring their efforts makes me wonder who they are. It must be someone who benefits from books in some way, but I'm not quite sure where. I don't know what those robes necessarily depicted either. I've not seen anything like that. I'll keep an eye out, though, in future episodes if I ever see green robes with red and gold, like, accenting. Like, if I ever see that, or if I ever see a purple hair character, I'm going to leap on it immediately, because those are the hints I've got to go with, so. Anyway, good episode, again. Nice to be back in. Nice gentle easing back in. Pacing was fine. Everything seems exactly how I remember it from previous season as well, so it feels like it feels like a perfect continuation. It feels like we never even left, so that is probably the best praise I can give to a sequel. Especially to a show like this, which isn't, like, super high-paced action and adventure. Like, this is closer to slice of life than other shows, so for it to, like, remain consistent is probably the best thing it could do, whilst also introducing that new element, like I said, so. I think, solid continuation. I love this series a lot. Can't wait to be properly back into it in the next few episodes. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2022 lineup. You can find it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.